So today I wanted to dive into how I use my reMarkable 2 across my workday to take notes and to do my best thinking. This video today is sponsored by reMarkable. You can check the link out in the description if you want to learn more about the product. So I wanted to start off with a little zoom out, a 101 of what the actual product does. So the reMarkable 2 has a bunch of features, but in particular, it's got handwritten abilities to converting it to text when you write. You can also create notes, annotate PDFs, and review documents on the device. One thing I particularly like is the paper-like experience with this device. It's like writing on paper, or the closest that you can get to it. It's got a really healthy 2-week battery life, and with the new Connect experience, you can actually integrate it with Google Drive and Dropbox. So let's start with a little bit of a setting of the scene. This device is very different to others, allowing you to be a little bit more focused on what's at hand with the avoiding of distractions, which I talk about quite a lot on the channel, and something that I've found pretty decent through the reMarkable device. So I've probably done my best thinking over the last couple of years with the reMarkable. The paper tablet experience really is a different approach to removing devices and technology from your life, and it's something that's really been inherited across the day. So in a typical day, I will probably start my interaction with the reMarkable in the morning. When I get up with Otto, I tend to allow him to play a little bit, and that's when I won't try and reach for my laptop, just purely because I don't want the stress of emails and things like that coming through. And during this time, I'll tend to make a few notes on the reMarkable tablet with what's coming up in my day and maybe a few things that are worrying me as I start the day, like maybe projects or things that I've thought of across the evening. And I really like just sort of being on the sofa, but still being present in the room. And naturally, I won't spend all of my time in it. It only takes sort of 5 minutes to sort of correlate and work out what I'm going to be working on for the day ahead. A little bit later on in the day, I tend to do meetings. So I'll use the reMarkable as my meeting notes experience. And I found that in particular, using the reMarkable for this has improved my attention span in meetings. Whilst I don't have many meetings, maybe one day a week with 2 meetings, the meetings are normally a lot more focused because I'm able not to be writing on another note-taking service during the meeting, and I tend to use the reMarkable and tend to say it before I start the meeting. You'll see me taking notes and just taking notes. So in the afternoons, normally on a Friday, I'll go down to the local coffee shop and I will bring the laptop, but my primary device for the hour will be the reMarkable. And I try to do what I call a workshop. Now, a workshop with myself is normally an hour where I can review big topics across the week. For example, they could very well be topics for progressing a new project, maybe development on it, and maybe even strategy. So really big holistical goals. And what I particularly like about using the paper tablet is that I can zoom out and really think without any distraction. The offline use is really nice because obviously you don't always have to rely on being connected with the experience. And one thing I like doing is actually sitting in the front window, and it's really nice not having any glare on the screen. Because of the e-ink display, it doesn't have any glare, so you can use it pretty much anywhere. So it's really nice to have that hour once a week where I completely zone out, and occasionally I'll do a couple of emails afterwards, but just that mindful practice of going down and doing a workshop and strategy meeting has really helped me to progress projects that I never previously was really paying much attention to. And in the evening, it's always nice to obviously have those time to express ideas. And whilst I won't use it every single evening, one thing I like about it is I can grab it and start basically just jotting down ideas, sketches for potential features or ideas and videos that I have across a day. And those things that just are in my mind and bubbling up. I, in particular, like the copy and paste feature, where you can actually just circle something and copy and paste it or cut it to another page. That's something I really like for sketches, even for a big list that I want to make smaller. I really like the paper display in the evenings because it's one thing that I don't like necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily like to get my laptop out, especially when I'm doing or watching a TV show, but it's something that I think, obviously, it sort of allows me to express my ideas without necessarily being directly involved in technology, if that makes sense. My wife normally likes the fact that I don't get my laptop out as much in the evenings. So as you can imagine, there are a ton of features that I really like inside the reMarkable. I think in particular, the pen is really nice. The one with the eraser allows you just to sort of clear out anything that you're sort of doing without having to use any of the eraser functions on the device. And I really like some of the template abilities that they've built in, more recently adding the layers and side of stuff like that. I'm looking forward to using the screen function a little bit more, as particularly in meetings where we're sharing collaborative notes. That could be a really cool idea. I think there's something about using a paper-like experience that allows me to keep connected with technology, but also keep those distractions away. And I find that this is my strategy device, something that I can take myself away from this and really pay attention on. So that's a work day with me and the reMarkable 2. It's one of those devices that I never thought I would truly like. I followed it since the days that they launched, and I've really obsessed over it over the last 3 years. It's one of those devices that I thought when it was out that I never really thought I would enjoy it this much. And I think it's because I've become a dad and I've like to try and get away from technologies and outside as much as possible, that taking me away from this experience has actually really helped both my mindfulness and my zoom out approach to strategy and things like that. So folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. A big thanks to reMarkable for sponsoring and partnering with me. You can check the link out to reMarkable below and check out the reMarkable 2 tablet. So I hope you found this video useful, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, as I've been a long time user and I'm happy to share any recommendations. So big thank you, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Make sure to subscribe and comment below, and I'll see you in a future video. Cheerio!